This is taken at the 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 18-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Come on, baby.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The first carry for a former Texan, Alfred Blue. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day.
Go, go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give it to Rawls. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Let's go!
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire. They brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Blue. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
16 yards, a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Slam. Match box.
Throwing again is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
Watson's pass complete to DeAndre Hopkins. That's a gain of 3.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hey, we got to snap.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunky yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Tempo.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming out.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Thomas rolls. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson, throwing on 3rd and long. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. how are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50. The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Foles. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check, 41.
Hey, high 7.
Deuce.
They'll throw now on the final play. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And some room to work. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, 75 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tonight, 180.
Check curls. 90 is a mic.
Hayden scored. What is it?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Back to throw.
I know we love our jobs.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a party now. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
To go.
Now a handoff left to Rolls.
Run!
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try 24. Hey, 24.
36.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson, he gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
36 to Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 36. Mike 36. Watch the slats.
26. 29.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you can almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. The 10th carry for Thomas Rolls. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. This is the running back, Blue. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
24. Hey, 31.
Henry, 36.
Line up, go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 26, check.
Alert. Line up, go.
Now Watson throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
On the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3 down.
Hey, 55.
Jam.
Hey, 31. Line up, go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Fells has it, left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, line up, go.
Here we go on 4th. Watson.
Watch the slant.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 59. Line up, go.
Watson looks to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got it at the 15. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 45 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And this is caught by Fells, right side. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Begin.
59.
To the air yet again. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Jack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here we go. Wide 80.
90 is the mic. Hey.
What we got?
Here I come. Here I come.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Sharks got it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offense.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 37 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's go. Check. Crunch. 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 Bang, 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 bang.
59. 54.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Watson now. Going to throw again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Miles Jack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
That's caught at the 1. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're trying to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll drop the throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, Someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
34 down, he's coming.
On first down, it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Carter, 78 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
37, Texans 24. Fairbairn sets to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tonight, 380.
Defense. 90 is a mic. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Here's Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think